Attraction is rarely expressed in loud, obvious ways. Often, the signs of interest are subtle, almost imperceptible, yet they speak volumes if you know how to look for them. When a man is genuinely drawn to someone, his feelings are reflected in his actions, gestures, and behavior long before any words are spoken. These silent cues are his way of expressing care, attention, and emotional investment, even if he hasn't mustered the courage to verbalize his feelings yet. Understanding these nuances allows you to recognize interest and affection that might otherwise go unnoticed. The way a man acts around someone he likes is often a combination of subconscious and conscious behaviors. He may linger in eye contact, smile more warmly, or position himself closer to you. Small gestures, repeated attention, and consistent engagement indicate that he is emotionally present and invested. These signs are usually subtle because attraction often comes with vulnerability. He wants to express interest without overwhelming you or revealing too much too soon. Over time, these small actions create a silent but powerful language that communicates his feelings more clearly than words ever could. Recognizing these signals can also help you gauge his intentions. A man who remembers the little things you say, initiates thoughtful gestures, or shows attentiveness in conversation is demonstrating more than casual friendliness. These behaviors indicate care, respect, and genuine attraction. They create a foundation for emotional connection, showing that he values your presence and wants to establish a bond gradually, authentically, and meaningfully. This guide explores 15 silent ways a man shows attraction without using words, highlighting the subtle behaviors, gestures, and patterns that reveal his interest. From prolonged eye contact to playful teasing, from attentiveness to protective instincts, each sign represents a form of emotional expression that is both natural and revealing. By paying attention to these cues, you can understand when a man is genuinely attracted, how he expresses it, and why he chooses subtlety over immediate verbal declaration. Whether you're trying to understand someone new in your life or want to recognize silent signs of interest in a partner, these behaviors are universal, timeless, and deeply human. They remind us that attraction isn't always about what is said, it's about how actions, presence, and attentiveness communicate emotion in ways words often cannot. By learning to read these signals, you'll gain insight into emotional dynamics, recognize genuine interest, and better appreciate the unspoken ways someone may be drawn to you. 1. He maintains eye contact longer than usual. Eye contact is one of the most powerful nonverbal ways to communicate attraction. When a man is silently drawn to someone, he often lingers in eye contact longer than usual, even in casual interactions. This prolonged gaze is not about intimidation or staring. It's a subtle sign of interest and emotional connection. Maintaining eye contact creates a sense of intimacy, making you feel noticed, acknowledged, and valued. It can indicate that he is genuinely focused on you, rather than being distracted or merely polite. When a man is attracted, his pupils may even dilate slightly, signaling heightened attention and emotional arousal, though most of this occurs subconsciously. Eye contact also allows him to gauge your reactions and emotions, helping him adjust his behavior to make you comfortable while communicating his unspoken feelings. Unlike casual glances exchanged with friends or colleagues, these lingering looks carry intent. They are often accompanied by micro-expressions, subtle smiles, raised eyebrows, or small nods that further indicate interest. A man who maintains eye contact is essentially trying to create a silent bond, allowing his attraction to be felt without words. For women, recognizing these moments can reveal hidden interest and help understand subtle emotional cues. This behavior is particularly noticeable in mixed settings, like group gatherings, where he might choose moments to glance at you intentionally, signaling his focus amidst distractions. Over time, repeated instances of longer than usual eye contact can build anticipation and comfort, creating an unspoken understanding. In essence, prolonged eye contact is a quiet, yet unmistakable, way a man communicates attraction and emotional engagement, conveying sincerity, attentiveness, and interest without needing to articulate a single word. 2. He finds excuses to be near you. Another subtle sign of attraction is his tendency to find excuses to be physically close. This behavior is rarely coincidental. It's a conscious or semi-conscious way to create opportunity for interaction. A man who is attracted may position himself near you in meetings, social gatherings, or even casual settings, looking for moments where proximity feels natural. He might choose to sit near you, walk beside you, or linger in spaces you frequent, creating opportunities for shared experiences. These actions are not forced or overt. They are nuanced, ensuring that you feel comfortable while he gradually establishes presence. Being physically near allows him to communicate care and interest through body language, gestures, and subtle attentiveness. He may also use these moments to engage in light conversation, playful touches, or shared laughter, all of which build familiarity and emotional connection. Importantly, these small acts of closeness are repeated consistently over time, signaling intentionality rather than coincidence. Finding excuses to be near you demonstrates patience and subtlety. He is creating moments to connect without overwhelming or rushing the relationship. This behavior also allows him to read your reactions and understand comfort levels, helping him adjust how he expresses his interest. For someone observing carefully, this pattern becomes clear. Repeated proximity, intentional positioning, and small gestures around you indicate genuine attraction. It is a quiet, persistent way to show interest while respecting boundaries. By noticing this behavior, you can recognize the unspoken ways he is investing in building a connection, often long before he expresses it verbally. 3. He smiles at you in subtle, meaningful ways. A smile can say more than words ever could, especially when it comes to attraction. Men often use subtle, meaningful smiles as a way to convey interest without explicitly stating their feelings. Unlike casual or polite smiles exchanged with acquaintances, these smiles are genuine, lingering, and often accompanied by slight facial expressions that reflect warmth and attention. They occur spontaneously in moments when he notices something about you, your laugh, your comment, or simply your presence. These smiles may seem fleeting, but they are deliberate in creating a sense of connection. A meaningful smile can make you feel special, acknowledged, and appreciated, signaling that he finds joy in interacting with you. Often, these smiles are paired with other nonverbal cues, like leaning slightly forward, tilting the head, or maintaining eye contact, reinforcing the silent communication of attraction. Subtle smiles also allow him to express interest without vulnerability. He can gauge your response to these cues before taking any overt action. Over time, consistent, meaningful smiles establish comfort, trust, and emotional engagement, creating a sense of shared understanding between the two of you. For women, noticing these smiles can reveal underlying interest that might otherwise be missed. They are a quiet yet effective tool of communication, reflecting warmth, care, and unspoken affection, allowing attraction to be expressed naturally and gently. 4. He mirrors your movements or postures. Mirroring is a subtle but powerful way a man shows attraction. When someone is interested, they often subconsciously mimic your gestures, posture, and mannerisms. This behavior is rooted in psychology. Mirroring creates a sense of connection and harmony, signaling empathy and attentiveness. For instance, if you cross your legs, he might cross his in the same way. If you lean forward while talking, he may lean slightly toward you too. This isn't intentional mimicry in a superficial sense. It's a natural response that happens when someone is emotionally engaged and wants to build rapport. Mirroring shows that he is tuned into you, paying close attention to your behavior, and adjusting himself to match your energy. It creates a sense of comfort, making interactions feel smooth and effortless. When a man mirrors you, it's often accompanied by other subtle cues like slight gestures, expressions, or vocal tone alignment. These small acts are powerful indicators of attraction because they are not easily faked and usually occur unconsciously. By observing this behavior, you can notice patterns. Consistent mirroring, even in casual situations, often signals genuine interest. It also demonstrates that he values your presence and seeks a deeper connection without needing to voice it outright. Mirroring is silent communication, a way to say I'm in sync with you and I care about you without words. Over time, these small subconscious actions strengthen the emotional bond, preparing the ground for more direct expressions of interest. Understanding mirroring helps you recognize attraction that might otherwise go unnoticed, revealing subtle emotional investment through body language. 5. He notices small details about you. A man who is genuinely attracted to someone pays attention to the little things that others often overlook. He remembers your favorite coffee, the way you describe your weekend, your preferred music, or even tiny quirks in your behavior. These details are his way of showing that he is invested and present in the relationship, even before making any verbal confession. Noticing small details demonstrates mindfulness and attentiveness, which are signs of emotional interest and care. When he recalls what you casually mentioned days or weeks ago, it shows that he values you and your experiences. This attention to detail can be expressed subtly. He might compliment a change in your hairstyle, ask about an event you mentioned, or bring up something meaningful that shows he was listening. By noticing and remembering these details, he is creating emotional resonance and trust, silently communicating that your life matters to him. This behavior is often accompanied by other subtle signs, such as thoughtful gestures, consistent presence, or protective behavior, or reinforcing his interest. For you, recognizing that someone remembers the small things can be a clear indicator of attraction, as it reflects his ability to observe, care, and emotionally connect with you without needing words. The consistency of his attentiveness signals genuine interest and creates a foundation for deeper emotional connection over time. 6. He goes out of his way to help you. One of the most subtle and meaningful signs of attraction is when a man goes out of his way to assist or support you. This isn't about grand gestures or dramatic displays. It's the quiet, thoughtful acts that require effort and consideration. He might offer to help with tasks, provide guidance when you need it, or step in to ease your stress without being asked. These actions reveal that he is attentive to your needs and genuinely cares about your well-being. Going out of his way to help demonstrates emotional investment. He prioritizes your comfort and happiness, even in small ways. This behavior is usually consistent and intentional, signaling his interest without putting pressure on you to acknowledge it. It's often accompanied by other subtle cues, like checking in on you, remembering details you mentioned, or finding ways to create opportunities to support you. Such actions reflect thoughtfulness, patience, and respect, all hallmarks of silent attraction. Unlike words, which can be fleeting or misinterpreted, these gestures are tangible expressions of care that communicate sincerity and reliability. For someone observant, repeated acts of assistance and attentiveness clearly indicate romantic interest, highlighting emotional depth and subtle commitment. By noticing these behaviors, you can recognize attraction that goes beyond surface-level interaction, showing that he is emotionally invested in you even before expressing it verbally. 7. He remembers things you mentioned casually. One of the clearest signs of attraction is when a man remembers details you mentioned in passing, even if they seemed insignificant at the time. This could be something as simple as a favorite book, a childhood memory, or a minor frustration you expressed. Most people forget casual comments, but when he recalls them later, it demonstrates attentiveness and genuine interest. Remembering casual details shows that he values your words and experiences, and he is mentally investing in knowing you on a deeper level. It's not just about memorizing facts. It's about recognizing the emotional significance behind what you say. For instance, if you once mentioned a favorite coffee flavor or TV show you like, and he brings it up weeks later, it signals that he has been actively paying attention and wants to connect with you meaningfully. This behavior also creates subtle emotional resonance. When someone recalls things you thought were unimportant, it makes you feel noticed, understood, and appreciated. Over time, this habit reinforces trust and emotional intimacy. It also allows him to engage in conversations naturally, referencing past comments in ways that show he is attentive and considerate. Remembering casual mentions is a quiet yet powerful way to communicate interest because it doesn't require overt gestures or words of affection. Instead, it demonstrates patience, attentiveness, and the effort to create a meaningful bond. Women often underestimate this behavior, but it's a strong indicator that he is emotionally invested even before expressing romantic interest directly. 8. He initiates small acts of kindness. A man who is attracted to someone often expresses his feelings through small, thoughtful acts of kindness. These aren't dramatic gestures. They are subtle ways of showing care and consideration. It could be offering to carry something heavy, holding the door open, sending a supportive message, or remembering something that would make your day easier. These small actions demonstrate that he is attentive to your needs and wants to make you feel comfortable and valued. The key is consistency. When these acts are repeated over time, they indicate that his interest is genuine rather than coincidental. Initiating kindness quietly allows him to communicate affection without making it obvious or overwhelming. It's a form of nonverbal communication that builds emotional connection gradually, establishing trust and familiarity. These gestures also allow him to observe your reactions, helping him gauge comfort levels and emotional openness. For someone paying attention, these small acts of kindness reveal intentionality, patience, and subtle investment. They show that he cares about your well-being and wants to make a positive impact in your life, signaling attraction before any words are spoken. 9. He plays with his hands or fidgets around you. Fidgeting or playing with hands is a subtle, often subconscious sign of attraction. When a man is interested, he may exhibit nervous energy around you, such as tapping his fingers, adjusting his clothing, or twirling objects. This behavior occurs because he feels excitement, anticipation, or even mild anxiety about being close to someone he likes. Unlike casual fidgeting, these actions are often more pronounced in your presence, revealing heightened emotional engagement. Playing with hands or small gestures of restlessness can indicate that he is internally processing his feelings, trying to appear composed while his body betrays the attraction. This nervous energy can also manifest as shifting posture, subtle movements, or minor repetitive actions that reflect a desire to impress or connect. Observing these behaviors repeatedly can help you recognize silent interest that may not yet be expressed verbally. While it may seem like a minor quirk, these subconscious gestures communicate emotional investment and anticipation, signaling that he cares about how interactions unfold and is quietly navigating his feelings in your presence. 10. He reacts more positively when you're around. A subtle but unmistakable sign of attraction is when a man's mood visibly improves in your presence. He may appear more upbeat, energetic, or engaged when you're nearby, even in ordinary situations. This reaction often happens unconsciously, as genuine attraction triggers a release of positive emotions like happiness, excitement, and anticipation. When someone likes you, your presence becomes a source of comfort and joy, influencing his demeanor without him realizing it. You may notice that he laughs more, smiles more often, or reacts with greater enthusiasm to things you say or do. These positive reactions are not just polite behavior. They are reflections of emotional responsiveness, showing that your presence has a tangible impact on his mood. This behavior also allows him to create subtle bonds, as positivity naturally attracts and fosters connection. Over time, these consistent changes in demeanor reveal that he is emotionally invested and eager to engage with you. Observing these reactions can help you understand his silent interest, as they are often more honest indicators of feelings than words alone. This heightened positivity demonstrates attentiveness, excitement, and emotional alignment, signaling that he values your company and is naturally drawn to being around you. It's a quiet, yet powerful way a man communicates attraction, showing that his attention and emotions are genuinely focused on you, even without verbal affirmation. 11. He finds reasons to communicate regularly. Another subtle sign of attraction is when a man seeks consistent opportunities to communicate with you. He may send messages, call, or engage in casual conversation frequently, often under the guise of mundane topics. These interactions are purposeful. They reflect a desire to maintain connection and keep you present in his thoughts. A man who is interested doesn't need a grand excuse to reach out. He simply wants to create moments of interaction, whether through sharing something he knows you like, checking in on you, or commenting on shared experiences. This regular communication is a demonstration of emotional investment, showing that he values your attention and enjoys your company. It also allows him to gauge your receptiveness, subtly testing boundaries and comfort levels while building rapport. Frequent and thoughtful communication fosters familiarity and trust, creating an emotional bridge before any overt confession of feelings. This behavior signals that he is patient, attentive, and genuinely interested, using conversation as a tool to nurture connection without pressure. For someone observant, repeated attempts to communicate in meaningful ways reveal silent attraction and consistent engagement, highlighting his desire to integrate into your life gradually and authentically. Over time, this pattern of interaction speaks louder than words, revealing a deep-seated interest and care that is quietly persistent. 12. He teases or jokes in a gentle, playful way. Playful teasing is often a subtle but clear indicator of attraction. When a man is interested, he may engage in light, gentle jokes or playful banter that creates a sense of intimacy and connection. This teasing is rarely mean-spirited. It's intended to make you smile, laugh, or engage with him emotionally. Playful interaction allows him to test boundaries, gauge your reactions, and create shared moments of enjoyment without overtly revealing his feelings. Humor can be a tool to build comfort and familiarity, breaking down barriers and establishing a safe space for emotional closeness. Subtle teasing often comes with nonverbal cues like soft smiles, eye contact, or slight physical gestures that reinforce his interest. Unlike casual joking with friends, playful banter with someone he likes carries an underlying warmth and attentiveness, signaling that he enjoys interacting with you specifically. These small, intentional moments strengthen connection, create emotional resonance, and communicate attraction silently. Over time, repeated playful interactions reveal consistency, thoughtfulness, and interest, allowing you to recognize his feelings even before he expresses them verbally. In essence, gentle teasing is an emotional bridge, fun, engaging, and silent yet deeply revealing of attraction. 13. He shows protectiveness in subtle situations. Attraction often reveals itself through protective instincts, even in understated ways. A man who is drawn to you may display subtle signs of care and concern, without being overbearing or controlling. This could manifest as quietly ensuring your safety in social situations, walking on the side of the street closest to danger, or subtly intervening when someone behaves inappropriately toward you. These actions are not loud or dramatic. They are thoughtful, intentional gestures that demonstrate attentiveness and emotional investment. Subtle protectiveness also includes anticipating potential discomforts, offering assistance when you carry something heavy, making sure you're comfortable in unfamiliar settings, or stepping in to create space if needed. These behaviors communicate that he values your well-being and wants to create a safe, reassuring environment around you. Importantly, this protectiveness is consistent, not situational or sporadic, signaling genuine interest rather than momentary politeness. By observing how he prioritizes your comfort and safety without demanding recognition, you can notice silent expressions of care and attraction. Protectiveness in subtle forms also indicates empathy and attentiveness. He is tuned into your needs, emotions, and environment, and wants to ensure you feel valued. It's a quiet, powerful signal of emotional investment, showing that his feelings extend beyond mere admiration to genuine concern. This is a hallmark of someone who is attracted and committed to building a meaningful connection over time, expressing it through actions rather than words alone. 14. He engages deeply in conversations with you. When a man is interested, he doesn't just listen superficially. He engages deeply in conversations. This means asking meaningful questions, following up on things you've said previously, and showing genuine curiosity about your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. He listens attentively, responding thoughtfully rather than with generic or distracted remarks. Deep engagement indicates emotional presence and investment. He wants to understand who you are on a personal level and create a sense of connection. He may also share personal experiences, thoughts, and reflections, balancing openness with attentiveness to create mutual trust and intimacy. This behavior often stands out because it contrasts with casual conversations he has with others, There's an intentionality in the way he communicates with you. By investing time and energy into meaningful dialogue, he signals attraction silently, showing that he values not just your company but your mind and perspective. Engaging deeply in conversations is also a way to build rapport, emotional resonance, and a foundation for potential closeness. Over time, repeated, thoughtful interactions reveal consistent interest and emotional care. 15. He gives undivided attention when you speak. Undivided attention is one of the clearest nonverbal signs of attraction. A man who is interested will focus fully on you when you speak, minimizing distractions and showing that what you say matters. He maintains eye contact, nods subtly, and responds appropriately, ensuring that you feel heard and valued. This attentive behavior demonstrates respect, patience, and emotional investment, signaling that your words and presence are significant to him. By giving you his complete focus, he creates a safe space where you can express yourself comfortably. It's a quiet, powerful way of communicating attraction, showing that he prioritizes your presence and values the connection. Over time, consistent undivided attention becomes a pattern that clearly indicates genuine interest and care, even without verbal confession.